What's going on, everybody? Again, welcome back to the Astoria Filmmakers Club podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got a very special guest today, is Miss Nanya. I'll let her say her full name, but she is an actress, also from the former Soviet Union, Georgia. She speaks 3 languages, and she's here today to tell us her story on how she became in the filmmaking industry. Thank you for tuning in and welcome, Nana. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for asking, and thank you for saying my name correctly. My name is Nana, not Nena, not Nana. And even though if you say that, that's okay. I understand and I love it. But in my language, in my country where I'm from, come from, it's Georgia, as you said. My name is like very normal, regular name, very popular. So once I've been told that you are so young to be Nana. And I was like, I don't know, I was born as a Nana and I think that's okay. So, yeah. I studied in Georgia Film University. So I have background in working on a theater, mostly in a theater. And I did a few commercials and some TV series. And when I came here in the United States, a long time I was thinking how to start. I was afraid to do the first step to overcome my fears. I was thinking, I'm not ready. But then somehow I convinced myself that I have to start. And no matter what, just I need to do something. So I started to do background, and then I did the few short movies to get more experience and get more networking also. And yeah, I'm going this way. I'm trying to get more experience and be productive. And let's see.
How's the process going so far? Was it complicated coming from Georgia and then trying to get work here in the States as an actress?
I would say the most complicated thing was my fears. Like I was thinking that, I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. Oh, anybody are much better than me, and they're not gonna interested in me. But thing is, they are looking a lot of people with different backgrounds, so you never know. And this is country of opportunity, and you just need to overcome your fears, and you need to do something. And there is a difference. If you are asking me that how technically are difference or opportunity way, there is difference. Like here is, I feel like much more opportunity because it's a huge country, and Georgia is really, really small country. And the way how we are working there, actors are, I would say, there is a difference. Like you can make a friendship project easier. I don't know if it sounds correct or not, but discipline is something different there than here. So I still don't know many things about working here, the big projects. So I'm still learning.
Well, okay. To kind of like touch on that, how long have you been acting here now?
I started it before pandemic, and then because of the pandemic, we all stopped. And yeah, so it was 2019 or 18, like before pandemic. Yeah.
Right on. So what type of work have you been able to get your hands on since you started here?
Like I said, I started as a background actor. So it was a first easier step for me to do. And then I'm going to do many things. I have plans. I want to do classes, take a acting class, and do my better portfolio and the agent, manager, all this stuff, and some projects, some networking I gained from my past experience. There are coming some projects and promises to let's do something together. Let's do something. So yeah. We're going to do that. So.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Have you ever taken any steps, like maybe create your own work and highlight the things like you're really good at?
What I'm doing right now, it's like working on monologues, and I think I can be at good on a stage at some point, and I'm dancing very well. I study also pantomime, and so I know some techniques about pantomime. Yeah, that's my proud part also. Yeah. And I don't sing, unfortunately, I wish. But that thing like dancing, pantomiming, and acting, that gives me to overcome my fears. And I think I'm good enough at it.
That's adorable. I took a mime class with Bill Bauer when I studied at the neighborhood playhouse. So was that like a major potentially at your school in Georgia?
I did it. It was a major. I did it for 2 years, and then I switched it to drama, to the movie and theater. So yeah, I kind of all the techniques and all the all the tricks in a pantomime, I kind of know. It's not the acrobatic. It's something different. I know some stuff also in acrobatic, which is different stuff. But people sometimes mix it acrobatic and pantomime, and so I just wanted to mention it. It's two different things.
That's really cool. 2 years. That's I mean, not like so to consider yourself maybe closer to an intermediate or expert in what you do?
I would say expert. To be an expert, you need everyday workout for that, and every day you have to work it, because after while your body gets lazy and your body forgets to be flexible. And the pantomime, especially in acrobatics and dancer, also they need everyday work to be on shape. So I feel right now I'm not that shape and as I'm used to be, but if I work on it, like short time at least, we can get back there. Yeah.
Nice. So it's, like anything, muscle memory, it'll all just come right back.
Yeah.
Did you have to create your own story of beginning, middle, and end on setting up the room, the space, and all things like that?
Yes. Yeah, this is already it's a story that you want to say, but before that, there is a workout, as the lay dancer needs to work out every day to be in shape and to be flexible and to be like a feather on the stage. It's also pantomime actor needs to be on shape, as acrobatic needs that. And all of us just if you are just actor who just speaks, you need to work out on your muscles and on the pronunciation and your tongue twisted every day to be flexible and get ready, be ready to be a perfection, like perfect, something like that.
That is really cool. It's very rare that you actually get to, see that, especially like street performers in the city of New York, where the majority are really musicians and they're dynamite awesome.
Yes, they are great.
I mean, I think that's the best part about living in New York City when you have to commute. You're literally going into, not even knowing it, a theatrical space where there's going to be music, and like a disgusting environment, for lack of a better word, where it just changes the atmosphere where you could actually enjoy riding on the subway.
Yes, absolutely. This is the one of the parts can be different between in Georgia and United States. I would say New York was probably in Georgia, in the street, that at least the time when I used to be there, you would not find anybody who is performing on the street. I don't think so. But I don't know how change it. It's like even I'm almost here 10 years. So in 10 years, a big gap and things changed. So when I was there, you could not find anybody who is performing. If you find somebody who is singing or something, it was a little bit kind of unusual. But here is so usual and so normal and so part of everyday's life. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So what's the transportation or like the culture dynamic in Georgia compared to New York City?
We would say we are kind of more conservative country than New York City. If you ride in the subway, the same also. I don't think that when I was a student and when I was living there, I never saw anybody who is performing in a subway. It would be kind of a little bit weird. And here we know that it's every day happens. It's great. Street performing, not that much developed as it is here. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know about the 10 years, it's already big gap. And there is a lot of changes and mentally changing. And Gen Z comes up and they are so great. They are so level up. We never can be there with them. So we don't know what they do. And the friends of mine, they said that they are great, that there are some changes, a lot of changes. Even I would say that even the style of performing in shows in a theater are different right now. It's more open and more how to say. I'm trying to find the right word. Mm-hmm. It's I'm not sure if I can do that. So so I just stop that. I don't know if I answered your question, but I tried.
Oh, no, I understand. And first of all, your English is like very good, honestly. Like I know a lot of people like have a very hard time, myself included, speaking English, learning English, and actually really committing to the study of it. So I commend you for that. And
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're trilingual. I personally cannot speak another language. That's my fault, but don't worry about it at all. I totally get the vibe. I just never knew really anything too much about the nation of Georgia, other than being once a part of the Soviet Union. I know about 10 years ago, Russia invaded them again. So were you there during the invasion?
Yeah, I was there that time.
So is this just a pattern where like what they do with the former Soviet Union, Russia just kind of invades, and now here with Ukraine, is this just like a same story, different version?
Yeah, I agree. Same story, different version. I've heard that. I don't want to have much political conversation, but the only thing I would say, I've heard Russian government, Mr. Putin, he cannot adopt the information that there is no more Soviet Union, and most of the people don't want to go back anymore, never. And he cannot admit that. He cannot receive this information, so he tries to be emperor of Soviet Union, that there is no more. Yeah.
Is that for the better? Like it's for the better of the independence of your nations to stay independent and not go back?
Of course. Let's go back where? The darkness? No.
I can't even imagine, being in war, just like the fear of it all, and just like hostile takeover or the preservation of something that maybe just doesn't work for the people because they demand change.
Yeah, I think the war never works. It's my personal opinion, but war never brings anything good for anybody.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Just other than a really good movie, but that's about it.
Yeah, I hope everything will be okay in Ukraine and the whole world, because there is not just Ukraine and Georgia. There is a lot of place that needs our prayer and peace and the rights, and more love.
More love is true. So what's your, I guess, your love language? It's is it more like the expressionism through your dance or your movement?
I love that part so much. I really love that part so much. But when I'm thinking, could I say everything without saying word? Right. I could not. I needed something more. The dance is so much big for me. But I still need something. And also, could I say everything with my words without movement? I could not. So this two part is so one whole thing for me. I need both of them. It's like having mom and dad. And when somebody asks that, you should be like, who most you love more, like mom or dad? But a stupid question.
Yeah, that's like you can't answer that question. No, yeah. I don't think anybody could truly answer that question. Not really. Yeah. I think that's actually a really beautiful thing. Because there's no relevancy to borders, to nation, or even patriotism. It's irrelevant to who you are, where you come from, truly. And the first two people, are your parents, and there's no borders of that relationship,
Yeah, absolutely. There is no, especially when you put love there.
Yeah.
And acceptance. That's I think the one of the most important thing, and what we are missing in nowadays in our relationships is acceptance. When I'm accepting you, I'm getting love in you. Like I'm accepting everything in you, around you. And the same, if you're not accepting me just because maybe you don't like my accent, or you don't like where I'm coming from, or something like that, that this is already makes border between us. And the same all the problems are, in my personal opinion, just because we are not accepting each other enough.
Yeah. Well, amen to everything you just said, honestly. And I don't want to stay too much navigating on the topic of theater, background, acting, your career, your money, your financial goals, all that nonsense. But has dancing more or less influenced you as a person, or was this always sort of like a reflection or a platform that really represents who you were first?
Um, let's start from the start. I always wanted, since I wanted to be an actress, and I was trying to develop the ways how can I be that. Okay. And what can I do for that? I didn't know, and I was trying to find the ways, right? As we all do. And it turned out that first I studied pantomime. And besides, the pantomime gave me good shape and flexibility of my body. Besides that, it taught me how to express myself, how to say something that what I really want to say. And then when I switched to drama, like we call it drama, it's all our drama school, but like a different specialties. And when I went to the theater and movie classes, let's say that, that my movement helped me to say my words right way.
Okay.
And then I understood that, should I choose the way? Should I be a dancer, pantomime dancer, or just like acting like on the stage performer? And I tried the both ways separately, and it kind of did not work for me well. And I was like, no, I need both. So I feel like the both way, when I combine them together, this is the best way. How can I express myself? And how can I tell my story exactly? But yeah, there is a moment, there is a situation, topics where I just have to speak. Right now I'm speaking, but I'm moving my hands, also my hands. Can you imagine if I just stay like statue and only my lips is moving? It's so unnatural. Even something is moving in my body. And so the both action is where I can see perform myself, and I see myself as a performer.
So it was sort of like a gateway to become the actress you wanted to be, and you just expanded on the strength on how to become an actress through the dancing.
Yeah, it can be. Answer can be yes.
Well, yay! All right, check. We understand. Check.
Let's check it.
So, like, what's the theater and cinema world like in Georgia? Was there an actor or actress that was just sort of like, I don't want to say an idol or an icon, but maybe an all-time favorite where it kind of inspired you maybe to pursue the path?
I don't know about it, if anybody or anything influenced me to become an actor. I don't even remember how I decided that. It was just, I remember I watched one movie. I was maybe 10 years old, about this age. And the movie was like, I don't remember, but it was some like kids movie about friendship, and they had a dog. And I don't remember the name of this movie, but that movie affected on me so much. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I was like, what is that? I like that. Oh, this is acting. I want to do acting. So that was how I find myself, that what I want to do. And I'm sorry, your question again, I forget. I got so excited.
No, you answered the question. Like, what was the inspiration?
Yes.
I'm curious about
somebody else, yeah. And after that, I find out so many great actors, of course, so many great actors in this world that made me say, wow. And that made me say also, can I ever do that?
Yeah.
But the first feeling was that, yeah, I watched some movie and I was like, wow, I want to do that. It's so good. And after that, yeah, I admire so many actors in this world. They are so great. But the first one, it was not like, oh, I saw somebody on the stage and then I influenced. I saw something on the TV and I love that.
I'm almost like, I'm just curious if maybe it was the Little Rascals you saw that just sparked that fire.
Little Rascals.
Oh yeah, it's about a bunch
find
like
it.
the 1990s version, like was my version growing up in the 90s where we watched.
Yeah, I'm also a 90s child.
Yeah, we had Whoopi Goldberg in that movie making a special guest star appearance. It was directed by Mel Brooks. He did a little guest star appearance, but it was a story about the He-Man Woman Haters Club where it's a bunch of like 8-year-old kids, not like 8 or 9 years old, baby, like children. And I guess it's in the middle of summer. And that movie was all about the big go-kart race that they have, I guess, for every Labor Day, I suppose, at the end of the summer. And how somehow at the end, Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen did also a guest star appearance, and 6 or 7 years old. All the girls ended up joining the boys club, and now it's not the He-Man Woman Haters Club anymore because it burnt down, and then they all built it back together where it's now this own Little Rascals Club. But there was a dog, and his name was Petey.
No, unfortunately, it was not there, that movie, because Whoopi Goldberg was not that movie that I saw. Then I don't remember a name. If I try hard, maybe I can remember the dog's name, but I need to hard try.
Was it a cartoon or was it like
no? It was a movie. It was a movie that like a girl and boy, they are friends. I don't remember whose dog was that, boys or girls, but they were playing together. And then somehow the dog got lost, and the movie they tried to find it, and finally they did, and it was so exciting and so much happiness and all this like experience they went through, the finding the dog. It was great. It was lovely movie. I really need to find the name, but I have no idea how to.
Process of elimination. We know it's not Homeward Bound. We know it's not Old Yeller. But now I'm curious. What language was it in?
In English. It was in English, and it was subtitle. No, it was not subtitle. It was translated in Russian.
Oh, okay.
Actually, how I learned Russian also from TV.
Oh, that's another topic to expand on.
Yeah.
I just watched the new Tetris movie that came out on how Tetris became like known for what it is. And it was like even back in the 80s and coming into the 90s when Game Boy was first invented and Nintendo was a big game distribution company at the time, as well as Atari. But what I really liked about that movie is that the guy who actually invented Tetris was just some dude from Russia working in an office. That was actually a really cool part of the story.
Yeah, that's great.
Good for them, right?
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
All right. So we'll learn more a little bit, or I guess somebody, if you're listening, if you have a guess, leave it in the comments before we hunt down the name of this movie, because if this was like an essential movie and we need more movies like that. Fun fact, my dog Snow, she's actually learning to become an actress. So
that's
you got to admit, yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a golden retriever, English cream, and I don't know what happened this week. It looks like she grew a foot long.
Wow.
Like she's starting to sprout, but I couldn't believe it. Like she's now like really starting to look like a little tween of a dog, where she's like running through the dog by herself, like diving into leaves. She's being an adorable puppy, but she's huge now.
Can we see her?
We can. She's taking a nap. Let me see if she wants. You want to come up here? Good girl. You can come up. Yeah. Good girl. Here we go. Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi, lovely one. You're so cute.
Look at how big she is. When we first started,
Oh.
she's like this little,
Oh
she's
my God. She's so cute. Hi there. Pop, pop.
there you are. Say hi. You can say hi. No? Oh, you want to go down? Okay, you go down. Oh.
Oh my God. She's a lovely one.
She's starting to get a little heavy. We took her to the vet last week, so she was only 25 pounds. 3 weeks
Wow.
before, she was only 17 pounds. She's probably 30 pounds by now. I could feel it in her.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
started feeding her 4 times a day because like I'm looking at her and it's like she's sprouting. Let me just increase her food. Let's see what happens. And boom, now she's getting big.
yeah, that's quick, right?
Yeah. So she learned how to climb up the steps, but now she actually does one paw on each step with speed.
Oh.
And now she knows how to like jump on the bed and it's like she'll lay on the bed at night and she's like, all right, lights out. And she snores when
She snores. Oh
she
my
does.
God, look at her.
She makes these weird sounds. She actually learned how to speak to me where she's going like she's doing vibration and like vowel sounds, but not barking.
Oh, she's not barking. She's just like making some sound.
She,
How
she
old she
will,
is?
she's 3 months, like
Oh, that's why. Oh my God, she's baby. Big
yeah, and
baby.
she's a big baby. So she's in prime time learning. Trained her how to go through tunnels, search and rescue. She knows how to jump a little bit better, but a friend of mine, Evans, he was on a podcast. He's been in the club for months. He actually had this very famous dog training book about the dog trainer in Hollywood who trained all 75 Lassies for the series. And I'm fun fact, Lassie. Did you watch Lassie? Is that it? When Lassie, the Adventures of Lassie, where they got
Lassie. Something is so familiar, Lassie.
it was a border collie dog where they looked sort of like they look kind of like Cher with the hair and just like the Adventures of Lassie.
Wow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I
It
don't
had
think it's
color. It was
familiar,
by
but
Disney, made a couple of versions. There was also the black and white TV show. So yeah, that was the dog trainer who trained Lassie.
wow. Lassie. I need to look for it. I'm not sure. I kind of something remember, but it was so long time ago. I barely remember that story. But it was like clearly about friendship and dog. And they were playing this dog, and for some reason, dog got lost, and they were trying to find it. It was so stressful, and finally they did it.
So
Happy.
it definitely wasn't Billy Madison. All right, so we got that out of the way. No, definitely wasn't anything with Adam Sandler. No,
No, Adam Sandler as well. No.
haven't seen too many good dog movies in a while. Like there was a nice dog movie with Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston maybe 10 years ago, where it was a movie called Marley and Me. It was a story about a golden lab and this family, and don't want to get into it, but of course, all dogs go to heaven, everybody. So don't worry about that. But no, like I can't, like, personally. There's a couple of movies genres I cannot do, or it's hard for me to do. Horror is far right. Don't go near it. Somewhere in between of the movies I prefer, I will, is like, animals, dog movies, adventure movies, because I know I'm going to end up crying because the story just never ends. The story never ends, and I've had 5 dogs, like, I think my whole life, so I know where it's going. I can't do it, but everything else is fair game. If it's a good movie, I'll watch it.
Yeah, horror movie also for me, it's so hard to watch. I cannot. But I have a question. You had 5 dogs in your whole life?
Yeah.
Because I remember we used to have a dog. We loved her, like me and my sisters and we loved her so much. And she was our best friend, family member, everything. And after she died, it was so painful, so hard. We tried a few times to get a new dog, but we could not. It was so hard. We could not love enough as we used to love our little one. And something always happened, and we could not. We always wanted, but we could not. It was hard after, like, you're losing your dog, that it's just so much pain. After that, it's really hard to get. I don't know how it happens.
It's hard. No, I know, because my last dog, Rusty, he passed away 2 years ago, 2.5, from cancer. And like, I've had cats my whole life. So, like, it's not like I didn't have, like, my pets, my loved ones around me or anything like that. It was, it just felt like, for me, especially, like, at the time where, like, I needed a dog. Just sort of like, your companion, your best friend. And I know I'm more than capable of taking care of them and showing them off on Zoom podcasts. So, and even training them, I've always really had a lot of patience ever since I was a kid to really work with a dog. I don't really have a style or technique, but I'm really good. I'm really good with animals. I love horses as well. I ride. And, it really shows a lot about you and your personal development on, like, who you are as a person. And it's amazing therapy,
It is.
It is. You don't always have to go to, I'm not knocking, like, real life therapy where you got to talk to a clinician, but sometimes a pet just really, it brings a whole new energy to the room where you're in this status of peace. Because they're picking up on that, and they're going to communicate when it's not like, yo, it ain't kosher, dude. You got to, like, tone it down. And she's actually she's very attentive, like, to me and my personality, and, like, whatever. Like, she saw me cry for the first time the other day. Not really like, I was emotional and not triggered. I was just going through my thing, and she was just all over it, being like, stop, like, doing this sort of thing on your paws. Come down. And it's just like, fine. I sat on the ground.
They are taking your energy, like, your bad energy, and they are taking on yourself, and it's healing you. It's healing so well. And they have unconditional love, and they love you unconditionally. And it's so hard after, like, something happened, and after that, to get to you. And that's
not speaking for all the boys out there, but unconditional love, get a dog.
Yes, that's right.
So now that you're here in New York, now that you're kind of at the point where you got a good foundation, a good resume, what's your goal for this year? Were you trying to, like, maybe do a feature, a short film? You want to get on TV? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to do everything, all of them. Why not? I want to, but first my step is, like, to get acting classes, because I know that even though, like, technically it's the same to learn alphabet and how to learn how to know how the reading. You have to first learn alphabet, right? It's the same thing in everywhere, but my research showed me that anyways, whatever you are coming from and what is your background and resume, you still need to get acting classes here, and you still need to have in your resume work you have done here in New York, in United States, because it kind of, oh yeah, good. It looks like you have experience, you know something, but anyways, doesn't count. Kind of something like that. So, and I understand that it's like, it's completely different language. No, I don't think once I had here, and I'm still waiting answer for that. They needed somehow. I don't know how it comes, and I don't know if I can say that, but I had audition in my language. And in Georgian language, there was some movie that needs somebody who speaks Georgian and English, and I was like, that's me. Okay, so I'm waiting for that answer. It's supposed to be a little bit late. Just don't say it, nobody. Shh. And yeah, so why I said that. So they don't need mostly my Georgian language here. So they need English and English work and experience in English. So I'm trying to get that. I did some, like I said, a few projects, small projects to have in my resume. And after I get class, I will try to do some theater work also. And I'm waiting few projects that is coming. So after that, I have something already in my resume that I can show you like a more proudly. And yes, this is mine that I've done here. And after that, I believe something good will come time by time.
Welcome to Happy Corner. This project strives to make safe housing areas for stray cats at an affordable price. It's so easy to put together that even your children could have fun making one. Help keep cats and other animals safe with their own little Happy Corner homes. You can help this project become a reality by donating to the GoFundMe page. Happy Corner homes are a great way to show those animals in need it's okay to be happy.
Oh yeah, you got like persistency is like, perseverance is that's it. Like there's no way around being persistent in this. Well, I'm curious. So as far as like a good support network, I know Brooklyn has a very strong Ukrainian, Russian community. What about Jordanians? Is there like even with the churches, is there a strong community out in Brooklyn for you to have a support network?
Yeah, there is also the cultural Georgian community that they have many cultural events. They do. They do whatever comes, like performance, show, theater, concerts, and I'm participating as I can. Like sometimes I don't have time, or sometimes it's not my topic. But yeah, we have communication with each other, and yeah.
Right. Well, that's good. Okay, good. So you have
and also I've done projects in Russian as well. Just because I speak Russian, and I did some projects in Russian back in Georgia, and here also I have communication with the people who are Russian speakers. I would say not just like Russians or Ukrainians, Russian speakers, because the former Soviet Union, most of them are speaking in Russian well.
Okay. So do you know how many on average like little projects you could do like within like a 3-month to a 6-month time frame, whether it's in English or Russian, or that you have done?
I'm thinking at least 5 if everything goes well, as I'm counting. Finger crossed. Yeah, at least there will be 5. 3, 4. I hope so.
These are all up and coming, or did you already film them and released?
Sorry, say it again.
Or are they up and coming, or were they filmed and released already?
Oh no, they are coming. They are coming. The short films that I did, they just now, we just now did it like a month ago, 2 weeks ago. So they are coming, but they will be released like soon. But the projects that I'm waiting at, I'm thinking it will be good for me and will give me more opportunity that they are coming in the future, like next 3 months probably.
Good. All right. So how about like any past experience of having your films going into the film festival circuit yet?
That's so good now you ask me, because we are going that one, my movie that we did in Georgia. Right now it's going to the festival, Sundance Festival, and Toronto Festival, and I'm so excited.
Oh wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We are in the process to do that. It's so amazing. So we, after that I have meetings with my teammates. We're working on it. There is some like many details, this and that. And we're waiting. We're going to be in a festival soon.
Very good. So what's the name of the movie that's coming out?
The name, it will be Bad Man. Something. It's not exactly that name, but I think they will keep this name, like Bad Man. In Georgia, it has different meaning and different different meaning than you hear that in a bad man, but the translation will be bad man or wars man, something like that. But it's about. I'm sorry, I cannot say that. What it's about.
It's like, if it's not ready, it's not ready. It's no big deal. But
I cannot. I just realized that I cannot say.
Was it?
I hope that.
I'm looking it up on IMDb. Is the only thing that I have online other than Bad Men is Worst Man, and it was directed by a Christopher Storer.
No, I don't. I'm not sure, but I don't think you can find it on the IMDb right now.
Okay, so it's a secret and it's in development. It will be
it's in the process, and then everything will go the same time, but not right now.
So not even a YouTube trailer yet.
No.
Okay.
No, because it was like one of the requirement of festival that we need something that it's not released nowhere.
Not even a disclosure.
Yeah.
All right. I never really understood that about film festivals and sort of like the regulations. Maybe it kind of frustrates me just a little bit because I directed a film festival for the Triborough this past year. And the last thing I really wanted to do was just have an unnecessary restriction, which is pretty much none of my business other than wanting to actually show the film. But the one thing I really wanted to do is actually from a festival point of view is literally provide a space for the purpose of a filmmaker and why he did it to begin with. And I assume that's to get people to actually see it. So I'm not going to actually set up any rules to prevent anybody from seeing it or even hearing about it. Honestly, because you know why? Because I'm not a communist and I'm not a dictator and it's none of my business. That's why. That's exactly why.
Okay.
I want people to show their stuff on their terms, and that's about it. And personally, I want to watch it. I want to watch some good shit, and I want to talk about it. So if you, I'm not going to tell a film festival what to do, but you ever ask yourself why you're restraining people, and do you have that much of an ego or some sort of?
And that's so weird.
Our festival is better because we have these standards. Bullshit. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's so weird, right? That sometimes there are movies that you only can see and watch on festivals, and most of the time you cannot be on festival, right? It's random to be there. I went a few times in a festival in New York just because I somehow was a member of this program, but besides that, I want to see that movie somewhere outside or recommend my friends, and I cannot. But I promise you, when it's something that we will pass these requirements and official thing, I will show you that movie. And I hope
good. No, because honestly, once it gets released, I would love to see it. I would definitely love to see you act. Did you have a good principal character in the movie where
it's my lead character.
Whoa!
Yes.
So you're the girl. You're the leading lady.
Then me and my sister, my sister in the movie, we're lead characters, and many interesting things going on there.
That you can't really talk about. No spoilers at all, which is fine. No, dude, it's totally fine. But on that, like, we're definitely going to have you come back after its release or when you're ready to promote it, and we'll actually really do a deep dive about it, because I would actually love to get a couple people who actually have seen the trailer or seen the movie and talk about it with you on the show as well.
Oh, that would be great. That will be really great. And I will definitely let me speak with my director, and then I'll let you know. And we can speak about it.
When the timing's right, because, you know, like, this is only season 3. God willing, we're going to have a season 4. So there's so much time. We're not going anywhere.
That's great.
So congratulations. I'm really excited.
Thank you. It's really so excited. So excited. I can't even believe that.
Is it? But I am curious. Did you film it here in New York?
No, we did not. We did it in Georgia.
Oh,
so it will be international. International feature movie.
Well, congratulations. All right. So the whole thing is in Jordanian, and it's based. Yeah. All right. Curious though, will there be subtitles?
Yeah. So subtitles. Yeah, of course.
Oh God.
Yeah, there will be subtitles for sure. We're gonna, of course. So yeah, there is an interesting thing in this movie going on, and I cannot say anything else.
I know. You don't. You want to talk about it?
I want to so bad, but I can't.
Well, just curiously, are we allowed to know the name of the movie?
That's what I said. That's what I said right now. It will be.
It's called
I'm not sure if I don't think it's a final name, but the one of the version we were talking about, it's in Georgian, that how it sounds. If we translate in English, it sounds like bad man or worse man. Just a meaning has something like a different. It's not like you are a bad man because you are a killer and you killed my father and you are that bad man. It's just something different, like a mentally bad man, something like that.
So that's very interesting, because I can't think of a good example, but words have such power and such meaning, especially in the origin where it comes, where the title of it really sums up, especially for a foreign film for us, that how to pronounce that word in that language is the title of the movie. Sometimes it has to be renamed or relabeled for us, the to comprehend.
Yeah. And it's so weird. And sometimes you're trying to translate something, you are doing that, you're translating it, it doesn't have the same meaning at all. It's something different and no sense, no meaning. What is that? You're thinking that.
You know what I always encourage people is to explore the titles, because it doesn't have to be 1 to 2 words. That sometimes helps. But there was an outstanding movie, a comedy that was made back in it must have been I want to say the 50s, but it's probably more like the 60s. But the original version of Whoopi Goldberg's movie Rat Race was actually inspired by a movie prior back in the 50s called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And it's just a big ass title. And Tyler Perry does it with a couple of his movies where it's Diaries of a Mad Black Woman, where it's literally it's a sentence sometimes, and there's for the appropriate translation for a film like yours, you could put a sentence to the title. It doesn't have to be just one word or the translation of the original title. It could be it could even be the log line, honestly, and chances are we're going to be able to comprehend it.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm no expert.
Yeah, but we have our thoughts. Yeah, I agree that sometimes a movie has such a long title name you don't even remember. For example, that let's say I cannot even say it. I don't remember, but I know that movie with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, bright like spotlight mind of something. You know that movie. It's such a good movie, but the name is so long, like 2 sentence or 5 sentence together, something like that.
I know the exact movie you're talking about, but I'm like, I can't believe I'm blanking on a Jim Carrey movie.
You you don't like him?
I love, because Jim Carrey is probably like one of my favorite. But I think you're talking about like something Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I think so. The whole thing. Let me look it up. It was okay. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's the whole story, or the whole name.
Yes, too long.
Oh, come on. Eternal Sunshine, I guess Eternal Sunshine was already taken, but God bless this guy. I think he's retiring right now too, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, right. I kind of read something he's said speech, but about retirement I didn't hear. Anyways, he's such a great actor. Ooh.
You got to love what you do. And he's really mentioned it before that he just doesn't want to be the clown. I'm sure he wants to do a couple of things where he's really proud of. And I know he got into producing. I know he did a show, I think, called I'm Dying Up Here, which is a little series about stand-up comedians, which I thought was really good. And then he jumped back into acting a little bit, which I think was he played a character named Mr. Pickles, but I don't think that was the name of the series. So I know he's going to definitely be in the mix. And I'm sure Sonic the Hedgehog is not going to be his last acting film to kind of just sum it all together.
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too, because the guy. I mean, I don't know about everybody else.
We still need his talent.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I've taken a lot of his bravery and applied it to my own in my acting. I've never done a comedy role where I really got to shine like his style, because I've always had his personality just as a person, I think. But sometimes I catch myself doing things that I would watch from Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, the Three Stooges. Sometimes I would do silly things that they have done, incorporating into like whatever was passing through me at the time. And as well as Ollie and Stanley, who are like my favorite duo of all time. You know, those two clowns were not even clowns. They were beautiful. In fact, a great movie was done about them, which actually had oh my God, I'm blanking again, but it was actually it wasn't John Seymour Hoffman. That's not his real name. I'm blanking. So you ever see Step Brothers with Will Ferrell?
No.
Oh my goodness. All right, that's your homework. You got to watch that. Do you admire Will Ferrell?
Oh yes, of course. He's such a great actor. Of course.
That was one of, like, honestly.
How can I say no?
The Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah, that's of course. He's an amazing guy.
I was actually thinking of his co-star, John C. Reilly. I was just blanking for a moment. I apologize about that. But he actually did a movie, I want to say in 2015, maybe it could have been 2014 by now, where he actually played Oliver Hardy in the Ollie and Stanley movie. And I really want to just take 2 seconds and see if I could find it and recommend it, because I saw it on Redbox when it first came out. It's possible that it's either still there or maybe even on Tubi at the moment. He was in The Lobster. I remember that. He was oh yeah, that's right, Anchorman. Yeah, he had a moment. Best work he's ever done, which I'll argue, is Wreck-It Ralph. I love that movie. Is just perfect. There's nothing wrong with that movie. I don't care what anybody says. It wasn't Ollie and Stanley. He did a movie actually called Stan and Ollie. That came out in 2018, and he was actually co-starred alongside of Steve Coogan, who played Stan Laurel. I recommend it. People got to see it. It was a fantastic movie directed by John S. Baird.
Okay, we got our homework, people.
Stan and Ollie from 2018. It's 98 minutes, a biographical comedy drama. And honestly, if you don't like Ollie and Stanley movies, then you know what? You're definitely not going to like this movie. But I recommend it because I cannot imagine, I don't know how you feel about this, but actually be as an actor, reinventing an original actor or original character and just recreating that somehow in like a modern time. These two with their mannerisms and their behaviors, what they did to actually capture the personality of these real life human beings from barely 100 years ago. They set the stage for talkies after the vaudeville times because they did full adaptations and acting that actually had both new techniques coming into acting for the camera, but vaudeville style work where it's just like skits, just like storytelling through skits. And that's what they did. And honestly, they kind of set the tone, because the only other person who did it, I think, was Charlie Chaplin. That these two somehow together matched that as a comedy duo. But nobody really knows that because nobody else really cares, or nobody else really talks to me about it, and I'm all alone.
But you are enough.
I am enough, and my dog says the same thing. But here we are on the podcast. We get to talk about it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that good to speak with you. So many new details.
No, I can't wait to find out more about your film, about the bad men, and as soon as it's ready, please let us know. Would love to share the trailer, tell everybody in the audience where they could potentially see it. When is the film festival in Toronto going to premiere?
It's so it starts. Let me see that. Let me see. It starts in August or September. Just second.
Oh, take your time.
I think it starts in the end of August. Yeah, it takes place September 7, from September 7 to 17. It's Toronto International Film Festival. And let me see the Sundance. I think the Sundance is sooner.
Were you going to have a special premiere of just your family and friends watching the movie?
Yeah, they are going to make it like a close premiere in Georgia, like in 1 week or two. But I've seen that movie, but not the last version. So I may miss it just because I'm here, but I will see it later, of course. When is that? Yeah, I don't see the exactly in time, but Sundance is later than Toronto as I checked it now.
Oh, that's fine. And I know in September, God willing, we're probably going to be in post-production of all the things that we create over the summer. A lot of the things that we actually are going to be creating this summer is going to be premiered at the Triborough Film Festival. So we're very excited about that.
No.
And technically, not for nothing, your film qualifies for the Triborough Film Festival.
I can try to do that also.
Not till, it's like the deadline is not until December. So after the hype of all the international stuff, since you are based in Brooklyn and you live in Brooklyn, you're allowed to show your Battle of the Boroughs film in the Triborough Film Festival.
Good.
There's rules. Like, no, there are rules. You got it. This is a battle of the boroughs. If you're from New York, you grew up in New York, or you live in New York, you could have your film in this film festival, especially even if you're not from here and all those other places. If it is set in New York City or about New York City, it also qualifies. So there's barely any restrictions, but the one thing we want to do is find out who in the neighborhood literally can make a good movie. And we want to at least support their work and work with them the following summer, all of us are ready to work.
Yeah. So wait, if something I cannot apply my movie that we did it in Georgia, you said, or we can't?
No, you're allowed, because you personally, since you're the lead actress, you're living in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
That qualifies.
Great.
That's it.
That's great. Good to know.
And it's simple. And we're going to be having the Triborough Film Festival season 2, year 2, this January, most likely once again at Kaufman Studios Zucker Theater. We were there this past year. It was beautifully. It was a beautiful space. So much we learned from it, and we usually had the award ceremony within 2 to 3 weeks later at the Cayenne Ballroom on Broadway and 44th Street in Queens, New York. So it was a great experience. We are on Film Freeway. You could always check it out to kind of see like the background of the Triborough Film Festival, get the vibe, see some of the other movies, possible trailers of all the people who did experience. Or, you know what? I always recommend that you contact people directly, because their profiles are linked with the reviews. And just reach out to those people personally of like, hey, what's your movie about? Yada, yada. What do you recommend for other film festivals? Any free ones to kind of just get get the promotion out there, which I highly recommend. Everybody should do it. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. That's so useful. Like, just say, hey, interesting to know this. Could you please share your experience and your thoughts? Great.
Well, that's almost like that's the highest expectation of the Astoria Filmmakers Club, because everybody is really starting to like really know each other and start working with each other, which is, I'm really proud of. But really, that's the point. You want it, like, you have, if you're in the room, start shaking hands and talk, and they're going to see your work. It's only a matter of time, especially with almost like 900 to 1,000 people growing this group. It's only like everybody's going to know everybody, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time before everybody gets to get a real taste and a vibe on how people work and what movies they've accomplished so far, and how to just like collaborate on the next one. But you got to show up and you got to shake hands, and you got to put yourself out there. There's no shortcut or supplement for doing that, because that's the name of the game. It's about who you know and then knowing you and contacting you.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. That makes connection. That's what we call networking, right?
That's exactly right. We call that networking. As long as you know how to network, you get work.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Nana, you're an absolute delight. I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. And one last segment we do before we wrap up is known as The Right Words at the Right Time. And basically, it all started when I read this book, when I first became an actor back in 2008, give or take. I started reading this book called The Right Words at the Right Time, and it was a collective of essays and short stories written by Marcy Hopkins, who had celebrities, politicians, and athletes literally just, tell their story, similar to this. And in that story and in that book, including Mel Brooks, everybody all had the right words at the right time that just always stuck with them to help them persevere to achieve everything they've ever achieved. So my curiosity to you, Nana, was there anybody who gave you just the right words at the right time that have always stuck with you, that have brought you to this point in your career? Or do you have any words of your own that you would like to share?
Yeah, actually, I remember one thing when I studied on the pantomime. My teacher was one of the best teacher I would say in Europe, not just in like a post Soviet Union, and in Europe. There is in France, Marcel Marceau, who created pantomime, and the other person who explored and did many things in this genre. My teacher, whose name was Amiran Shadigashvili. And he told me once that you have something that theater needs. And I was like, this is such a gold word. I will keep it with me forever. And that there was so many times disappointment, right? In this industry, we have all the time disappointment and hard time, and you say that that's it, no more, that's it. I'm not going tomorrow do anything. I'm done. And in these moments, I say to myself, you have to remember that one time you got golden compliments. You have something that needs this industry. And no matter what, I tried here when I came here to like earlier, I was saying that my fears, that's why I could not start it right away, because of my fears. And I've tried to do the other jobs, like to live in New York. And one of them was to work with kids in a daycare, and I love kids. I love them so much. I worked with them. First, I was a teacher assistant, and then I went to study in a BMCC as a early childhood education. I'm almost graduating that, and I became a teacher, and I continue work as a teacher. So I was good there. I love kids. I'm good enough there. I have good environment, this and that. And one day, it was not only one day, but all the time in my head, something is not right here. Something is not going that it's supposed to. There is no, even though I love here, I'm good here, it's not my 100% that I can give. And that feeling did not left me a long time, forever. And I just said, no, I need to stop it. I need to stop it because I'm not happy here. Even though I am happy, I'm not happy here, and I'm not doing that what I want to do. So whatever you're trying to escape from your what is that? Heart, brain, passion, love, something big in you. Whatever you're trying to escape, you're still going back to it. So don't escape. Don't give up. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Just do it somehow. Very stupid. Yes, I have accent. Yes, I am making mistakes in my English speaking. Yes, I do background, which is not really this and that. But I'm going to do something bigger, and I'm learning, and I'm there. So don't give up. People, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't hurt yourself like that. Don't give up. Just try. Go and do.
Oh, that was incredible. Nana, thank you so much. If anybody ever wanted to contact you because they really love you, want to work with you, what's the best way for people to find you?
Thank you for that. I never said that it can happen and anybody can ask me that. It was amazing. I got confused.
Professionally, not to date you.
Yeah, I got so
website, resume, Instagram. Like, how do you market yourself? Like, how do people want to connect?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really confused. I didn't expect that.
We promote people, dude. Like, we want, that's the name of the game. We want everybody to potentially meet you, dude.
That's great. I'm I mean, that's so great. I would love to. It would be amazing. Email and Instagram. Yes, I use Instagram, but it's more for myself. But yeah, then the social media is so official nowadays that everybody is using for business. So let me do it also. I don't know should I share? Should I write there than the chat or?
We got your email. We'll have your name and email on the YouTube channel if anybody wants to reach out or take a read of your resume. I saw that you're listed on Backstage. I know if anybody has a Backstage account, they could just type in your name and it'll pull up your reel. As long as that's your preference. Keep it kosher, everybody. Contact Nana because you want to actually work with her, or those right words at the right time deserve a thank you, and spark some joy in her life as well.
Yes, please do it. Yes,
and definitely and tag on Instagram.
Oh well, yes, but it's kind of, it was so confusing. I did not expect them. I was like what?
Awesome. Yeah, get used to it because I think and God bless your courage for just like making your own movie. That is very impressive. Not everybody has taken that leap of faith yet. So truly, God bless your courage. I'm excited to see it. I'm not going to be paying too close attention to the little mime techniques because I know one or two, but I'll if I can, I'll just I'll sit back, enjoy the movie. But once that trailer is ready, do not hesitate to share it, please.
Yeah, I will absolutely. And thank you so much for your interest and asking me that wonderful questions and letting me to speak out. And I feel like I don't even know it's recording and somebody will see that. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm speaking with my friend and sharing my emotions, and it's so wonderful. And thank you. It was an amazing experience. Thank you so much. And whoever will watch it, I hope they won't say that, oh my God. No, thank you.
No, I won't like that at all.
Whoever will listen that, thank you guys for your time. And good luck, everyone. And yeah, please don't give up. Don't give up. No, don't do it to yourself.
It's probably not going to work. It'll just pull you back in anyway. So yeah, do yourself a favor and actually really do it.
Yes, that's right.
And on that note, I think it's because everybody else involved, they truly deserve to see the best version of you, because when you actually are the best version of yourself, we all benefit from that because we're given permission to be our best selves. And then once we get into the collaboration process, we just become better together.
Absolutely, I agree. We just be better together. Yep, we're better together.
We are better together. Nana, thank you so much for coming on the show. Got to leave you with this as wherever you go, always remember to absolutely never forget your community, the creativity, and always find the joy in everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day and good luck in everything. And yeah, maybe one day we work together, right? Yes, let's do that.
I guarantee it.
Yes. Woohoo.
Have a great day and I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
How do you say goodbye in Georgian?
Nachvamdis.
Nachvamdis.
Yes. You did it so good. So well.
Hey, I'm an actor. It's my job.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Peace.